On the morning of February 28, 2026, at exactly 6:45 a.m., a fighter jet takes off from a secret Israeli airbase. This is no ordinary aircraft. It is equipped with precision-guided missiles capable of striking a specific room from nearly 1,000 kilometers away. The pilot has clear instructions: fly for several hours, enter Iranian airspace, and at exactly 9:50 a.m., launch missiles at a building located on Pasteur Street in Tehran. After that, return to Israel quietly without detection. Inside that building, a high-level meeting is underway. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, is present, alongside the country's top civilian and military leadership. For Israel and the United States, this is a rare and critical opportunity. A chance to eliminate the entire Iranian leadership in a single strike. They had been waiting for one specific mistake. And that mistake had already been made. Iran's top officials had gathered together in one place. If Iranian authorities had suspected an attack, the supreme leader would have been moved into an underground bunker, and the rest of the leadership would have dispersed. Tracking them down afterward would have become nearly impossible. But that didn't happen. And then, the strike is launched. It is precise. It is lethal. Along with Khamenei, nearly 40 senior Iranian commanders are killed. Among them are the defense minister and top commanders of the IRGC. Following the attack, U.S. President Donald Trump acknowledged that 2 or 3 individuals, considered potential successors to Khamenei, were also killed in the strike. But in the days that followed, one question dominated global headlines. How did this happen? How did Israel and the United States know exactly when and where Khamenei would be meeting his top officials? Because intelligence gathering was only one part of the operation. This fighter jet, flying thousands of kilometers, had only a narrow window. Precise moment to strike. It wasn't just about timing and location. They also had to evade Iran's Russian-built air defense systems. At the same time, they needed to disrupt local communication networks. So even if someone became aware of the operation, the information couldn't spread. The truth is, this operation didn't begin that day. Its groundwork had been laid years earlier. The world may have learned about the US-Iran conflict on February 28th, but in reality, this shadow war had been unfolding for decades. After the strikes, a Financial Times investigative journalist asked Israeli officials how they managed to target Iran's leadership with such precision. The response was chilling. Israeli intelligence knows Tehran, as well as it knows Jerusalem. In fact, for the past 10 years, Israel had allegedly hacked into Tehran's traffic camera network. Live feeds were being secretly transmitted to servers in Tel Aviv and southern Israel, where Mossad and Unit 820 analysts were monitoring every street, every corner, in real time. Through these feeds, they tracked the movements of key individuals. One particular camera, installed near Pasteur Street, proved especially valuable. It was pointed directly at a parking area used by the personal bodyguards and drivers of senior Iranian officials. From here, Israeli analysts began building profiles. Who arrives with whom, daily routines, convoy sizes, timings, everything. In intelligence terms, this is called pattern of life analysis. It means understanding a target's daily behavior so deeply that you can identify them purely through data. And Israel's elite signals intelligence unit, Unit 820, had mastered this process. Beyond cameras, they had also penetrated Iran's mobile networks. Conversations, locations, call records, who called whom, when, and for how long, all of it was being transmitted in real time. And this wasn't being monitored manually. Advanced algorithms were running mathematical social network analysis, processing billions of data points. Every connection, every anomaly, anything unusual was flagged. All of this was designed for one purpose: to build a target set. And on the morning of February 28th, that system revealed something critical. Most of the targets were going to be in one place. At the same time, the CIA received high-confidence intelligence that a leadership meeting would take place that Sunday morning, and that Khamenei himself would be present. This was classified as high-fidelity intelligence, meaning it was highly reliable. The information was shared with Israel, and a large-scale strike was finalized. The objective was clear: to deliver a blow so devastating that Iran would be forced to its knees on day one. But locating Khamenei and successfully striking him are two very different challenges. The margin for error was zero. Beyond confirming the target, Israeli intelligence needed to ensure three critical factors, because Khamenei was not just any target. He was the most protected individual in Iran. Whenever tensions escalated, he would disappear from public view. But on this morning, he was not in a bunker. Why? No one knows for certain. Some believe Iranian security forces assumed the ongoing nuclear negotiations reduced the likelihood of an attack. Others say the meeting was too important to delay, and some call it his final mistake. Whatever the reason, on that day he was in his office, and Israel knew it. Two independent Israeli intelligence officers reached the same conclusion and confirmed his location. At the same time, according to the Financial Times, a CIA asset inside Iran provided human intelligence confirming the meeting from within. Once human confirmation was secured, the operation received final approval. Next came Phase 2, silencing warnings. Near Pasteur Street, dozens of mobile towers were active. Israeli cyber units targeted specific segments of the network, not to shut it down entirely, but to disrupt calls. Calls would drop, connections would fail, just enough to prevent communication without raising suspicion. This ensured that even if someone discovered the plan, they couldn't alert others. Until the bombs were dropped, Khamenei's security detail was effectively trapped in a silent communication blackout. Then came the final phase, the strike package. Israeli jets had already been airborne for hours, covering thousands of kilometers. They needed to hit the target accurately while staying outside Iran's air defense envelope. This is where long-range precision missiles came into play, capable of striking a single room from nearly 1,000 kilometers away. As soon as the green signal was given, the pilot launched 30 precision-guided missiles, one after another, toward the Pasteur Street compound. By evening, Israeli intelligence received confirmation. Khamenei was dead. All targets in the meeting eliminated. And soon after, Iran launched a dangerous war. One that once again shook the entire world, including the United States and Israel.